The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is our Smart Response Serum webinar. We have the lovely Dr. Angela Murphy here with us for an exclusive Hand and Stone insider sneak peek on the serum. This session will be recorded and shared for anyone who cannot attend, or if you'd like a refresher on anything mentioned today. If you have any questions, just feel free to type them into the chat and we'll be periodically stopping and checking. So without further ado, I'll turn it over to Dr. Angela.
Hi, everybody. Great to be here and to be with you today. I'm sure I've met some of you in our office, but for those that I haven't met, as you heard, I'm Angela and I look after R&D and global education for Dermalogica. As you will know, if you've been to the office, we have 2 labs now in the office. And we develop most of the products ourselves. I have an amazing team of scientists and chemists to create all of our different products. And today I am going to talk to you about Smart Response Serum. Now, this is one of the most exciting innovations I've worked on. I'm sure you think I say that about everything, but this one, as you're going to see, is something really, really unique. So let's dive in and talk about what it's all about. So we were thinking about the advances in technology that we see around us. So things like smart cars, smartphones, all sorts of things that we have now that can even anticipate our needs before we do. And so we were thinking, well, why can't this same level of responsiveness or intelligence be part of our skincare? And that's what we set out to do when we created the Smart Response Serum. So I'm delighted to tell you that skincare just got smarter. So this is a next generation serum that delivers what your skin needs, where and when it needs it. So you might have different skin needs on different parts of your face, different skin needs from one day to the next, and you're certainly going to have different skin needs from the person next to you. And what this serum does is essentially detect something about those skin needs and then takes action to address them. So it sort of micromanages your skin's changing needs so that you don't have to. And to do that, we've created this amazing smart response technology that I'm going to talk about in a second. And we're targeting 4 different skin concerns in the product. So wrinkles, dehydration, dark spots, and redness. So if I had to summarize this product in one sentence, it would be, it delivers a personalized response every time for healthier looking skin over time. So this is true personalization in a bottle. And everyone, as we know, are looking for things that are more and more personalized. But this is a way to deliver scalable personalization for everybody. And as I said, that's been enabled by our Smart Response technology. So let's talk a little bit about that. So we actually did research on this product for about 2 years before we even began the formulation process. And what we were doing was focusing on the fact that each skin condition gives off its own unique signals. And as I mentioned earlier, what the actives do is they detect the signals, they detect something about that skin condition, and then take action to respond to those signals. And importantly, if there are no signals, the active doesn't do anything. So it sort of behaves like a switch, and it takes action only when it's needed. And you might think, well, don't all skin actives do that? Well, actually they don't. Lots of skin actives work much more indiscriminately. So this is really a triggering mechanism to switch on. So it's going to, as we've said, detect the skin signals and take action maybe even before you know it's happening or the signals are there. So you're really going to get this personalized zone by zone response on the face every time. So let's look in a bit more detail. So as I said, we've got 4 different skin conditions being addressed by this product. So, and we've got 4 smart actives targeting 4 different skin conditions, and they're responding to 4 different sets of signals. So, more specifically, for wrinkles, the actives are detecting collagen weakness and then taking action to firm the skin. For dark spots, the active is detecting a surge in melanin, which you know is what's responsible for those dark spots and the hyperpigmentation. And then it takes action to brighten the skin. And then for dehydration, it detects a weak skin barrier and takes action to repair that and also hydrate. And then finally, for redness, it detects cellular imbalance or inflammation, and it takes action to soothe the skin. So that's what's going on at a sort of top level, and that's probably the level that we would talk to maybe our consumers or the outside world about in terms of how this product works. But what I want to do with you is take you even a level deeper so that you really understand what's going on here and how these different mechanisms are working. So let's start with wrinkles. So the active here is mannose 6-phosphate. And as I've said, this is all about detecting collagen weakness. So we know that fibroblasts, you know that fibroblasts are responsible for producing the collagen. And in young skin, those fibroblasts work very efficiently, not only to produce collagen, but to align the collagen fibers. So it's not just the amount of collagen that is there that's important, it's how the fibers are aligned. So you can imagine if you look at the pictures in the 2 circles on the right, that the sort of firmness and integrity of the lined up structure is better than the sort of messy structure. We know that in prematurely aged skin, one of the things that's happening is that the fibroblasts have reduced energy. And so one of the things that happens as a consequence of that is that they can't maintain the alignment of the collagen fibers. What the active actually does in this case is it detects the low energy level in the fibroblast cells. What it then does is it stimulates the production of energy inside those fibroblast cells. So you might remember from school that energy can be produced from a chemical reaction. So it sets off this cascade of chemical reactions that results in the production of energy in the cell. What that does is reactivates processes in the newly energized fibroblast cells. And one of the things it can do is realign the collagen. And that leads to an increase in skin firmness. And what we were actually measuring when we were researching this mechanism and these actives was the actual alignment of the collagen. So we were looking in a microscope at how collagen was aligned and seeing the action of the active to realign the collagen fibers. And importantly, as I said earlier, if the cells had a normal level of energy, then the active doesn't take any action. So that's how the wrinkles works. Hopefully that made sense. In terms of dark spots, we're using hydrolyzed wheat flour, and as we said earlier, this is all about detecting a surge in melanin. So we know that various things can trigger a surge in melanin production, and that's what ultimately leads to these dark patches and this hyperpigmentation. What this particular active does, it detects a surge in one of the enzymes that are part of the process to produce melanin. What the active then does is it inhibits the action of that enzyme. So it stops it working very well. And that helps, therefore, to control this overproduction of melanin. And when we've controlled that, the skin looks brighter and more even. And again, if there's no surge in melanin, the active doesn't do anything. So melanin production, of course, is a normal process in healthy skin. And this active only takes action when we have an overproduction. So that is the dark spots. Then for dehydration, we're using hydrolyzed beta glucan. Here we're detecting a weak skin barrier. So you will know that when we have a weak skin barrier, one of the things that can happen is that we get dehydration because the water can more easily evaporate from inside the skin. And it obviously lets irritants in as well, which is also bad. And what the active does is it detects a deficiency in the skin barrier. It then takes action to stimulate two components of the barrier, involucrin and filigrin, and that helps to repair the barrier. That then sets off a whole load of other processes inside the skin, which ultimately leads to the generation of hyaluronic acid inside the skin, which obviously hydrates the skin. And when we were researching this active, it was actually the amount of hyaluronic acid or the production of hyaluronic acid in the skin that we were measuring and seeing the action of this active on the skin. And again, if there's no damage in the skin barrier, the active doesn't do anything. It doesn't stimulate the barrier components or the production of hyaluronic acid. And then finally, redness. This is a lovely natural active. It's Japanese Cornelia cherry, and it's actually the gallic acid that's part of that extract that's doing the good stuff here. And here we're detecting cellular imbalance or inflammation. So what the active is detecting is oxidative stress, which you will know all about. This is essentially when you have the active with unneutralized charge. So it's in a sort of bad, unstable state. And what the active does is it inhibits the production of one of the inflammatory factors, so one of the molecules that's involved in the inflammation process. That helps to stop the situation getting worse, stop the inflammation process, and ultimately soothes the skin. And again, if there's no imbalance in the cell, the active doesn't take any action. So that is that's how the 4 actives work. And hopefully you've seen in each case, there is something about the skin condition, some signal that's being given off, and then the active is detecting that and doing something to help with the skin condition. Now, I've got a video to play for you. The sound doesn't seem to be working, but I'll play it anyway and I'll chip in as needed. And the video essentially summarizes a lot of what I've just said, which might be helpful because I know it's a lot. So let's play the video. So this is showing the detection of 4 different skin conditions. So you can see by those semicircle lines that the signals being given off. And then you see the active coming to resolve the situation. So this goes into in a bit more detail. So you can see the methyl fiber giving a signal, and then the active comes in, and then you get the realignment of the fiber, increasing the skin firmness. So here, the excessive production is giving off a signal, then the active coming, and then inhibiting the action of the enzymes involved in the melanin production. So here you can see a signal, and then the coming in, stimulating production of the barrier component, repairing the barrier, and then we have this hyaluronic acid produced inside of that. So the inflammation giving off a signal, and then the active coming into the inflammatory process, and you see then the redness. Okay, so apologies you didn't have the sound. Hopefully my narration helped. We'll try and get you that video with the sound so you can hear it, but hopefully it just summarized and brought to life for you how the actives are working and how you can see the signals, the actives come in, and then they address the skin concern. So we'll try and send you the active with the sound so you can look over that again. Now, that is all of the science, and obviously we love the science, but what we want to see is that science really, really performing and delivering results. And of course, as we do for all of our big launches, we have done a clinical on this product. So before I get into that, I just want to talk to you about something very, very cool that we have done with the clinical data for this launch. So we've assigned different colors to those different skin benefits. So blue for hydration, purple for soothing, burgundy for firming, and brightening is orange. And they're the colors that you would already associate in our portfolio with those different skin conditions or concerns. And so what we've done is we've used those colors in how we have expressed the clinical data. So what we've done is we've assigned colors to different parts of the face, showing where the different needs existed. And then we've changed the intensity of the color to show the benefit being delivered by the product. So if I show you what that looks like here, so you can see the 4 colors there, and then in the before face, you can see that this person, well, these are the average clinical results. Actually, you can see the needs on the face. So you can see the need for hydration, the dryness on the forehead, the need for soothing between the eyes, the need for addressing wrinkles sort of on the upper cheek and hydration under the eyes. And then you can see after 4 weeks, we've changed the intensity of the color in proportion to how much of the benefit was delivered. So all of the colors have got darker. And in fact, we saw a significant improvement in all of those benefits in 4 weeks. So you can see that hydration has been delivered where it was needed underneath the eyes and on the forehead. You can see the soothing effect on the above the nose, and you can see the improvement in wrinkles and brightening on the cheeks. Now, you might have seen this also in different places. We've been using this image to represent our clinical data. Now, obviously, I told you this was the average data, and clearly this clinical is about individual personalization. So let's look at some of the different panelists in the clinical. So these are 3 different panelists from our clinical study. And you can see that everyone has a different need and everyone has a different response from the product. So you can see in each case their before images have a different color map. So they all need something different in the different parts of the face. And then you can see afterwards, after 4 weeks, that the colors have become more intense. And we've changed the intensity of the colors proportionate to how much of the benefit was delivered for those individuals. And so you can see for all of them, the benefit is being delivered where needed in the different places. So hopefully you can see that this really, really is personalization in a bottle. But let me just show you as well some more traditional B&As, so you can just see some of the detail of what's going on in the skin. So you can see this particular example here. You can see there the details of the test. So it was 35 subjects, 4 weeks. And you can see in the before picture, there's dryness there. You can see the flaking even, and you can see the redness. And then you can see after the 4 weeks, what a great job the serum has done in helping to address those skin conditions. And again, here you can see the improvement in redness and also hyperpigmentation starting to take effect there. And then here in terms of wrinkles, you can see in the before picture those wrinkles on the cheek and the side of the face, and how much they've been improved by the product after just 4 weeks. So this, even though it's addressing 4 different things, it's still addressing them with really, really potent actives that deliver amazing efficacy in quite a short period of time, because you will know that some of these conditions you don't resolve overnight, but these are amazing, amazing results. So that is the product. I know there's a lot there and you might have questions. I just want to end by showing you some of the beautiful assets that I'm sure you've already seen on social media. So you can see those 4 colors representing the 4 different benefits have been used across the whole campaign. And you can see some of the imagery there. And one of the things I really love about this product that you may or may not have noticed is there are 4 different carton designs. So each of the cartons have a different pattern in terms of those 4 different colors. And that's really to represent the fact that this is personalization and individual for you. So obviously we've never done anything like that before, and I think that was a super cool idea, just another way to get across this message of personalization. And then here you can see again the packaging, and then one of the pieces of creative I'm sure you've seen around a lot. Skincare just got smarter. So that is our Smart Response Serum. Hopefully you are now as excited about it as we are. I have been using it for a long time. We're very lucky, obviously, when we're developing the products that we probably finished the development of this maybe 6 months ago. So we've had a chance to use it, and everybody thinks this is amazing. So hopefully you are going to think the same. So that's all I wanted to say. If anyone has any questions, I'm more than happy to take them.
We do have a couple of questions that came in, and while Dr. Angela is going through them, if anyone can think of anything else that you would like to ask her, please feel free to type it in. One of the questions is, what is the mannose 6-phosphate derived from in this formula? I'm not sure if you know the answer to that, or
yeah. I know it is not, it's not a natural material. It has been created synthetically. So you'll know for us, we're about the best of nature and the best of science. So I can get a bit more detail about the specifics of where it came from, but it isn't a natural material. It was made.
Okay, awesome. And then I have something that I want to share on my end. That is an exciting announcement. So I'm just going to take back the screen sharing. That's odd. Bear with me one moment. It looks like I can't share my screen right now, but we do have an exciting Smart Response Serum contest. Oh. Very odd. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
I think you booted me out, but
I think I accidentally did. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, I think that I can. Okay, here we go. Can you see my screen?
I can.
All righty.
We can.
So we have a super, super exciting announcement to share with you all, and I'm really excited about this contest. This is going to be a very big contest. Grace, I don't know if you want to chime in about it as well.
I can, yeah, definitely. So we are doing a two-part contest. This is starting in July, kicking off July 1st to the end of July. There's the first part is the chain contest by cohort, which you all should be very familiar with. This is pretty much the same kind of outline that we do for all of the chain contests. So where the winning spot in each cohort will win a Smart Response Serum, and if the spa sold more than 30 of the Smart Response Serum, you will earn a catered lunch for the team. And then I think the most exciting part is the contest number 2. This is a chain-wide contest. The winners do not have to be part of the winning spot in the cohort, but the top 3 LEs in the chain with the highest total sales of the Smart Response Serum will win. You ready? First place is $1,000 travel voucher, plus, of course, the Smart Response Serum. Second place is a $500 American Express gift card, plus, of course, the Smart Response Serum. And then finally, third place is $300 American Express gift card, plus the Smart Response Serum. So I think this is such an exciting launch for us. And I know that you all will love this product as well as your clients. And so we wanted to make the contest equally exciting, and it's just perfect timing with everything opening up now. I know a lot of you are really looking forward to traveling and doing something fun. So hopefully this will help you get there. And good luck. It's going to be such a fun contest. I want you guys to have so much fun with it. And really, at the end of the day, it's all about our clients. They're going to love this product.
Yeah, and it's such like a universal product. I've been using it for a few months now, and I have to say, hands down, one of my favorite serums. I love the texture. I love, as much as it's a mild scent, I love the scent of it. I look forward to putting it on my face every day. I feel like my moisturizer just feels so much better when it's on. And, I was saying it to Grace, this is a very jazzy contest that we have here. Lots of different things to win. If you're selling these serums, your chances are going to be much higher of winning the serums and catered lunches and gift cards and possibly those travel vouchers. So I am really excited about this contest. I'm excited to see the results. And if we have any Canada estheticians joining us, you will have your own Smart Response Serum contest announced later, closer to when you're reopening up there. And so I just want to thank, Dermalogica and Dr. Angela for joining us today. We truly appreciate it. And especially, we always like exclusivity. So we really love this. Thank you.
No problem. And if there's any more questions, just, let Grace know. But no, it's been a pleasure to share it with you.
Thank you so much. Alrighty, everyone. Well, have a great day and, get selling those serums. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.